So as we know, yesterday we tried to make Katina test rope. So the Katina is an act of harmony because the Buddha give us a time constriction to have to make the rope within one day before the dawn of the next day. So it requires harmony of the community. And in our Vinaya classes in the Vasa, in some class we talk about harmony. So I would like to read some sutta that we have read in the class here. It is Saraniya Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya 6.12. Amongst these six are conditions that are conducive to amiability, that engender feelings of endearment, engender feelings of respect, leading to a sense of fellowship, a lack of disputes, harmony, and a state of unity, which six. There's a case where a monk is set on bodily acts of goodwill, on verbal acts of goodwill, on mental acts of goodwill, with regard to his companions in the holy life, to their faces and behind their backs. And further, whatever righteous gains the monk may obtain in a righteous way, even if only the arm in his bowl, he doesn't consume them alone. He consumes them after sharing them in common with his virtuous companions in the holy life. And further, the monk dwells with his virtue and will in tune with that of his companions in the holy life, to their faces and behind their back. So these are the six conditions that are conducive to amiability. The last two conditions, which are the monks dwell in his virtue and will in tune, that reminds me of another sutta that teachers in Thailand will speak about when they go to marriage ceremony, which is Anguttara Nikaya 455. If you know this, there are the famous couple of lay people, Nakula Pita and Nakula Mata. They asked the Buddha, "We wish the Blessed One to see one another not only in this present life but also in future lives." So the Blessed One answers, "Householders, if both husband and wife wish to see one another not only in this life but also in the future lives, they should have the same faith, the same virtuous behavior, the same generosity, and the same wisdom. Then they will see one another not only in this present life but also in future life." One might wonder, how I can have the same virtue and will in tune with the other living in the same community. It might require you to investigate how to actually do that in the real life situation. But to me, to put it in a simple term, I would like to go to this sutta, Julakkhosingkala Sutta, Majjhima Nikaya 31. The Buddha asked three monks who lived together, "How are you living harmoniously?" They answered, "Here, Lord, I am set on bodily acts of goodwill, on verbal acts of goodwill, on mental acts of goodwill with regard to these venerable ones, to their faces and behind their back. Having cast aside my own mind, I conduct myself in line with the mind of these venerable ones. We are separate in body, Lord, but one, as it were, in mind." So yes, again, having cast aside my own mind, I conduct myself in line with the mind of these venerable ones. Kind of like a Thai way to live harmoniously in the community. We try to not engage in any kind of dispute or argument, disagreement. We try to hold it back as long as possible. It might not be a perfect, practical situation, but most of the time we try to do that. So I have for this morning reflection.